what's important about when you take a more human-centered model, like rites of passage, is that they are not just outer activities, but there's also an inner process that people must go through to move along the change curve. They themselves have to give up the old. They have to be willing to leave it behind, deal perhaps with their resistance or their disorientation, or get ready to be innovative and actually embrace a possibility they may not feel totally sure about, but it's like that's what it means to be entrepreneurial, is to take risks and to go for something that is new and different. And that takes a lot of inner work for the leaders as well for the people who need to be ready to actually do the work. I can't do the work of the future if I'm still primarily attached to how things were done in the past. I need to ready myself, and I need to become a learner in the process. And like one of the things I like to say about change and learning is like, unless you're uncertain, you can't learn, right? So that's, there is an inner process that needs to be valued and respected. We need to respect that people have resistance, and resistance is there for a very good reason. You know, we risk things we don't know, that we don't understand, that impact us, and that may ask of us that we don't know if we will do well, or we may resist because we don't agree with the purpose. And that's all good. That is an invitation to actually listen, to talk about, and create a path forward that more people subscribe to, or give the freedom for people to make different decisions. But it's not about overcoming resistance and just simply stringing people along, but it's really actually tapping into the motivation and the life energy of the people to make the future happen. And so that's why it's important for people to feel the change together and the opportunity of change, as well as their reluctancies.